This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I love being here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, I'm going to go over the open D tuning, which is an alternate tuning that we use to play the guitar sometimes. Super fun. I love this alternate tuning. After I've gone over the tuning, we'll jam together on 3 progressions so we can practice using it right in a real context. And we'll do that right along with bass and drums accompaniment, which is super fun and super helpful. This video accompanies Lesson 30 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 Method book. In the book, we're going to be on pages 200 and 201 as we go through this video. Okay, so let's take a look at the open D tuning. The magic of the open D tuning is that when we strum all 6 strings, we get the sound of a D chord. So, super cool. Up here on the board, I've got a little drawing that can help orient us as we learn which strings we need to alter. So in standard tuning, from low to high, we have E, A, D, G, B, and E. To get into the open D tuning, we need to take the low 6th string and the top string. We need to drop those ones from the E pitch down a whole step to D. Then the 2nd string, we need to take that one and drop it from B down to A. The 3rd string needs to go from G to F sharp. Notice the difference here with D, A, and D that happen with the strings, the E string, the B string, and the E string. Those when we go down, the equivalent of a whole step. So we're going a whole step down, which is the equivalent of 2 frets on the guitar. So we got to go down a whole step. But when we go from the G to the F sharp, we're only going down a half step. So just make note that we're going half as far to get to that F sharp. Once we're in this tuning, we have D, A, D, F sharp, A, and D, which gives us a beautiful open sounding D chord when we strum those open strings. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the open D tuning. Now the magic is that, of course, if we're playing those strings open like that and getting a D chord, that we can have an E chord when we bar at the 2nd fret. Or we can have an F chord at the 3rd fret, or a G chord at the 5th fret, or an A chord at the 7th fret, and so on. We can have a B chord at the 9th fret, a C chord then at the 10th fret, and back to a D chord at the 12th fret, just 1 octave higher than the open string version. So all we got to do is bar to get a chord like that, and of course the sharped versions are 1 fret higher than the natural, and the flats are 1 fret lower. So if I go to E at the 2nd fret and I wanted E flat, I'd be down to the 1st fret, or if I wanted E sharp, which is the same as F, I'd be up to the 3rd fret. If I want F sharp, I go up to that 4th fret. So that's how that works, which is super cool. Of course, there are other ways that we can play chords with the open strings as well. And there at the bottom of page 200, you'll see some examples of how to play some different voicings. We're going to go ahead and jam together on numbers 8, 9, and 10. We'll do this right along with bass and drums accompaniment. Each one's going to happen twice at 2 different tempos, a slower tempo and a faster tempo. I'm just going to use a down, down, up, down, up strumming pattern, something simple so we can just worry about playing these chords. As we get started with number 8, it uses D, G, and A. So I can strum all 6 strings for that D, nice and open. Then at the 5th fret I bar and I get the G, and then the A at the 7th fret, and we can play it just like that. Then with the dominant chords, actually you can get a D7 sound when you, at the 3rd fret on that 2nd string, you put your ring finger down if you'd like to. So you can have an A7 when you bar at, a G7 when you bar at the 5th fret and put your pinky 3 frets higher on that 2nd string, or an A7 when you bar at the 7th fret and put your pinky 3 frets higher on that 2nd string. So that will be really helpful when we're playing number 9. Now there's some other voicings in here, E minor and B minor, that sort of thing. There's some help for you there at the bottom of page 200. You also don't have to use the bar chord version. There are ways to play down here in 1st position a little bit too, so you can see some different shapes that you might explore doing that with. But we're going to go ahead, play these progressions so you can just hear this sound and try it out a little bit. I love this open D sounding that we get, the sound that we get from the open D tuning. Super cool. So it's gonna be fun. Let's go ahead and play these. awesome. I hope you've been having so much fun with this. This is actually the last video that is part of this lesson series. We just finished the last little bit that was left in the Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method books. So wow, congratulations if you've actually made it through this whole way, or if you've been jumping around, that's okay too. Super, super fun. So you might wonder, with the conclusion of this book, there are many places to go. So where do we go from here? If you want to master playing chords more on the guitar right along with me, then the Theory and Technique book is the book to jump to. So in the Theory and Technique book, we unlock the fretboard on a whole nother level. And instead of just memorizing a voicing, we learn how to create chord voicings all along the fretboard, in first position, up along the strings, even using open strings and frets that are higher. We also learn movable shapes, and we learn how to create lots and lots of different types of voicings that goes beyond what is taught here in Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2. It in some ways goes beyond what's taught in the note reading books as well. If you haven't gone through the note reading books, those are really helpful. It helps us learn where the notes are located. Really helps when we want to start creating voicings all along the fretboard too. But those are the places to go, and of course there's lots of other lessons that get into jazz, get into blues, get into different styles of playing on the guitar. There are the strumming series, so you can practice with lots more strumming if those interest you. There's also the finger picking ones as well. So there's lots of lessons on this channel to help you in your guitar playing endeavors, in your musical endeavors. I hope you love it. Hope you're having fun with it. Take care, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.